Welcome to Write Books That Sell Now, the podcast helping you write, publish, and market your book faster, better, and smarter. Here are your hosts, working hard and having fun doing it, Candace L. Davis, Anita Henderson, and Carol Dunlop.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Write Books That Sell Now. This is, of course, the podcast that gives you real insight into the real world of being a successful self-published author. As always, I'm Anita Henderson here with my partners in success, Carol Dunlop and Candace L. Davis. Ladies, what's happening?
Same old, always good.
Same old. As long as it's always good.
Always.
All right. Well, we have got a show for you today. We have a little project we've been working on. We're going to give you some insight about that. We actually mentioned it a couple of episodes ago, and you've been seeing some of our promo videos, but we're going to give you some real insight into that new program this time. But before we get to that, and kind of it's a tie-in, lots of you out there know what it's like to work that full-time job and want to do something else on the side. Or maybe you want to leave that full-time job to do your real passionate work full-time. You probably have some insight and some information that you're missing. We've been there. There were some things we needed when we were in our transitional period between full-time in corporate and full-time in entrepreneurship. And we're going to talk some about that. Some things we wish we had when we were going through that transition. Right, ladies?
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
Because for some of us, it wasn't that long ago. You'd be surprised to know. My transition from corporate happened about maybe 5-6 years ago. And a lot of people are surprised about that. Even though, you're surprised?
I thought it was 20. No, I'm kidding. But I thought it was longer than that.
I've owned my business for longer than that.
See, that's
But during the time I was in my business, I was in and out of corporate a couple of times because I thought it was my safety net. The salary, the bonuses, all of that stuff. I thought it was my safety net.
Most people do.
Yeah. It was silly of me, isn't it? Then I realized that all that stuff isn't as secure as you think it is, and it really doesn't satisfy you as much as you would like. When you know what your passion is and you know you want to serve people in a different way, you come to realize that perhaps what you thought was just going to be your side thing really needs to be your full-time thing.
Exactly.
And so for me, what I think that I was missing in my corporate venture in my corporate transitional venture, really was confidence. I think I like the...
I would never have guessed that she needed confidence. Come on. Really? Do tell.
Do tell. Yes. Well, I think that if I had the confidence that I needed, I would have left sooner. But I was stuck in perfectionism, and Candace and I have talked about this, that whole issue of needing everything to be perfectly right. All 12 steps drawn out and planned out before you take one step, because you need to have it all perfect and you need to know what's coming next and what you're supposed to do next, really stopped me. If I had been more confident in my ability to just kind of roll with the punches and go with the flow and figure it out as I go along, then I probably would have stepped out sooner. But I didn't have that, and I wish I had. Carol, you don't have that problem, do you?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. My thing is, I have so much confidence. I mean, I have confidence like that. Because I know I am the bomb.com. They named that after me. I always feel that way, whether it's true or not. You know how I feel, right?
Yes. So we know that well, Carol.
But however, the thing that I really did need when I went out on my own were kind of people to say, hey, wait a minute. That may not work quite right, or maybe you need to think about this a little bit, or maybe you need to pull back on this, wait a little bit and do this. Just someone to kind of like a sounding board type of thing. And maybe a little bit of direction. I mean, I got my direction from the internet. That's what I love.
The internet.
The road on the internet was where I got all my direction from, and you know how the internet is paved with craziness. So I had to sort through a lot of stuff.
You mean you can't believe everything you see on the internet?
You definitely cannot. See, read, hear, or whatever. But I was able to kind of sort through things and make stuff work. But it was a lot of work. If I had had some people who were there that I could talk to bounce an idea off of, or
Somebody to say, slow down for a second.
Pump your
Carol.
brakes.
yes. Why are you doing this now? Why don't you do it later? Or just anything. So sometimes it's like, what? Is you crazy? Sometimes I need to hear that because, like I said, my head is like, I can do all this. I'm just boom. And you guys know that if I get an idea, I'm going to run with it so fast.
Yeah, you do. You make me tired. And I feel like a slacker when I look at all the stuff you're doing at the same time. Mm-hmm. It's not even like, oh, Carol's got, 12 months of stuff planned out. She's got like 6 weeks of stuff. And it's a bunch of stuff.
And it's always in a 6 a.m. email for
Well, aren't we glad it's no longer the 6 a.m. text message? We had to deal with that.
Oh, we had to stop that. The Energizer Bunny had to slow down some. But really and truly, I really needed just some people to just bounce some stuff off of. You guys really helped me with that.
Absolutely.
But some people don't have that. They kind of start out, and maybe you are the only person in your family that has ever done a business on your own. Yeah. So you have no one to talk to. Or maybe you're the only one in your family, and we know some people like this, who are going out and doing this type of business. Everybody else is doing that way, and you're doing that way. So they're still looking at you like, child, I don't know why you're trying to do that.
For
What are
sure.
you doing?
Because
Why
I come
that?
from a family of entrepreneurs, but they have brick and mortar businesses. They have businesses that move physical products. They have businesses that are based on professional services, like getting a law degree first or whatever.
So a real business,
They have
real business.
So this internet thing is just so far beyond, even a freelance thing doesn't feel real to them.
Right.
It doesn't feel
Wow.
substantial.
Yeah.
So it's completely outside of their realm, and it does me no good to talk to them.
Wow.
Right. My sister told me, she was like, why don't you just get a job?
A real job.
I wanted to smack her so hard. Sorry,
Yeah.
Emma, if you're listening, I did want to smack you real hard.
We love you,
She
Emma.
apologizes, Emma. But I think a lot of people think that. If you can do your business in your home,
In your pajamas.
and not have to put on makeup and pantyhose, then it's not a real job. It's not a real business for a lot of people who don't understand
Correct.
what 21st century entrepreneurship is like.
Right.
What did you need, Candace, when you were going through your transition?
So it was interesting because I had actually been out of my corporate job for, I think, 8 years when I decided to go back, because I had stayed home to homeschool the girls. And I was writing during that time, but I wasn't making a living writing. I was studying, taking courses and all that. So when I really needed to make a significant income, of course I talked to the people around me, because you want to make decisions by committee because you don't know what you're doing,
Yeah,
right?
true.
And consistently the feedback I got was, why don't you do X or Y? Because you're really good at those things. I did not want to do X and Y. I had no interest in doing X or Y as a full-time business, but I didn't know what else to do. So I tried X, didn't make a dime.
I didn't like that one.
Didn't even like doing it. Tried Y, made a little money,
But didn't love it.
I didn't even like it. It was something that I liked and started making it a chore for me. Because I didn't want to do it 40 hours.
That's what happens to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right? So you may bake the best, pound cake ever. And so people say you should go into business baking pound cakes. Well, it's fun to do it for yourself. But when you have to do it for somebody else and they have a deadline and they want almond pound cake instead of lemon pound cake, and you're like, but no, so you got to do it for them, and the thrill is gone.
The
right?
thrill,
It's not even a passion
rob
anymore.
the thrill, and it wasn't the passion. And when I kept saying, but what I really want to do is write. What people kept saying was, but you can't make a living writing.
Right.
And so
no one does that.
the
starting
I heard
writer.
it so many times that I actually believed it and did other things instead. Right?
Isn't that interesting that people always say something like, you can't make a living doing something,
and my answer
they
is
never
no,
tried.
You can't make a living doing something.
Thank
That doesn't
you.
mean I can't. But at the time, I had people, these were people who were writers that I admired, people who had published award-winning books, people who had their books translated into bestsellers, people who had won big prizes, and they were all saying, oh, no.
What?
You can't oh, yes.
Wow.
You cannot make a living writing. You cannot make a living writing. You cannot make a living writing. They all had day jobs. They taught classes somewhere. They did something because they were always afraid that last hit was going to be that last hit, and they weren't going to make any more money. But the problem,
they were afraid for you the way they were afraid for themselves.
they had not created a business model for themselves.
Right.
Okay.
And
They just
so
looked out kind of.
they just they did very well in their craft, but they didn't create a business model. So I was surrounded by basically naysayers. What I needed was someone to say, what do you want to do? Now let's figure out how to wrap a profitable business model around what you actually want to do for work.
Right.
Yes.
Just because you're good at baking pies or making cakes doesn't mean you want to build a business around it. You could be the best hat knitter in the whole wide world. It doesn't mean you want to build a business around
Yeah,
it.
true.
You know, we all have more than one passion. Do you just have one passion?
Right, absolutely not. Yeah.
But they don't all need to be a business.
Correct. Very true. Because I'm sure some of my other passions would be zero profit and not even that much enjoyable. So for those of you who are listening and watching, you can imagine that we've kind of been there and done that. We understand what it's like to, you know, to have something that is driving you, something that's really inside of you. And for a lot of people, we know that you're not quite clear. You may not be clear on that. You may know that you like to do something, but you're not clear on how in the world do I make this a business.
I know that's right.
And then beyond that, how do I make it a profitable business? Because that's the whole idea about being in business, is that it is profitable. You're actually earning some money.
Right.
Beyond just, I'm able to pay my bills or
how do you even earn money with it, period? Even if you don't want it to be a business, how do you even make money with it? Because we know a lot of people who have, I know you hate this word, side hustles, things that you do on the side.
I don't hate the word side hustle. I just the word hustle because I'd rather flow.
Oh,
okay.
Side flows or something like that. So you're doing something on the side that can really help your family, help yourself, maybe pay for education.
It's
or
the
something
travel
like that.
money. It's the the school clothes money. It's the vacation money. It's the college fund money. It's the retirement fund money that maybe it's not left over after you get your paycheck.
Exactly. But you still have a desire to experience those things, to have those things.
And to do it.
Yeah.
To do it. To really let the world know this is something that you want to do, something you're happy about, something you're proud of, something you want to put out there. And I think that's what we have all done with our businesses, even though we have stuff on the side that we do. And that's what we're here to help you guys with.
Absolutely.
Yeah, oftentimes you're actually already doing it for people. You're just not getting paid.
Exactly.
So you're you're giving the advice, you're doing the coaching in an informal way, you're doing the consulting in an informal, unpaid way.
Right.
You're providing a service or even a product, and everybody knows you do it. They love it. They think you're great. You're the best. But nobody's writing a check because you've never asked them.
You've never asked them. Yeah.
True.
Right. And so there's structure, of course, that's involved in a business. There's clarity. You've got to really be clear on what you offer, what you're bringing to the table, who you want to serve. You've got to understand just some basic foundational principles of running a business. So yes, even though you're good at that thing, giving the advice to parents or baking the pound cake, you've got to know how to structure that as a business owner.
Sure.
Right? 'Cause I think we all also started out just doing our thing because we love to do it, and then realize, what am I doing? Like, I may be getting checks in, but I don't even, I don't have the foundational structure of accounting and, you know, not to make it sound hard, but I mean, that's part of being a business owner. And even if it's a part-time business, you still need to understand how to structure your business. And so we say all that to say that we're super excited, super duper excited to introduce you, our loyal fans, listeners, and viewers, to a brand new program that we have created just for you. And what is it called, Carol?
It is called the Authorpreneurs Club Unlimited.
Unlimited.
Okay, well, wait. Anita, what is an entrepreneur? Where is this term coming from? What does this mean?
Authorpreneur. Imagine that you are an entrepreneur, right? Someone who gets things started, right? You get it started. You're entering into a new uncharted area, which doesn't mean it's an idea or a facet of life that no one else has ever conquered, but you're doing it your way. And you want to position yourself as an expert. You want to get your story told. You want to serve more people than you can do with just your hands in front of your face in the 24 hours that we all have. And so you want to expand your reach by telling your story. And we believe, of course, that one of the best ways to do that is to tell your story in the form of a book. So as an authorpreneur, you are an entrepreneur who has aspirations or who is in the midst of writing that book, telling that story so you can serve more people, reach more people, change more lives, and absolutely.
That's beautiful.
And the good thing is you don't have to write the book first. So even if you haven't written a book yet, even if you're not even sure you have it in you to write a book, you're still trying to figure that out, You can still take those same experiences and that same knowledge that you would package in the book and use it to start earning an income, which is always great when you're self-publishing because it does cost money. So earning an income is great to put aside for that. But you can start testing the waters before you even get to the book writing stage.
Absolutely.
Right.
So yes, Authorpreneurs Club Unlimited is for those of you who are out there, you're ready to get going, okay? You're not questioning at this point whether you desire to do more, have more, be more, and earn more. You're ready. You're just not quite sure how to do it. And so the three of us, your Write Books That Sell Now team, are now your Authorpreneurs Club Unlimited team.
Yay.
Yay, Carol says. To really guide you and to oversee really this community that we really believe is going to sooner than later blossom into a huge movement of women who really absolutely know what they want. They're strong, they're fierce, they're determined, and we're all ready to get going as a collaborative effort to support each other and to encourage each other in our efforts to be super fantastic authorpreneurs. And we're calling it a club because it's a group. We're going to be interacting and engaging with each other on a regular basis. And we call it unlimited because, honey, the sky is the limit.
Yes, as much as you can think. Just imagine, like what I was saying before, if I'd had this group of women around me to help me kind of slow things down, pump the brakes a little bit, and really think through a couple of things. I know they're giggling on the side, aren't they? So that would really have helped me get further than I did, faster than I could have all by myself. So that's the thing that we are giving to you now, because like we said, we've been where you are, we know what you need, and we're going to help you reach that pinnacle that you've always wanted to get to, but didn't know how to.
Yeah, I mean, you can imagine when I started, I read every book I could find on internet marketing and internet businesses.
Is an information gobbler.
Yeah, just understand, I'm not alone. But I read every book. You know, I went to all the websites. I subscribed. I bought a course, which actually, in hindsight, was a really great course. But I needed feedback. So if I came up with an idea, this is new to me, right? At the time, I had never done it before. So if I came up with an idea, I thought it sounded good, but I needed somebody else who knew a little more or had a different perspective to say, well, Candace, yes, that's okay, but maybe consider A, B, and C and shift that in a different direction, or, well, who are you targeting? I didn't have anyone actually asking me questions or who I could ask questions. That's what I needed.
So how is Authorpreneurs Club different from those other programs?
Honey, get in there and ask your questions. We have a private, members-only forum. This is not like a Facebook group where people can pop in and pop out. This is for members only of Authorpreneurs Club Unlimited. You go in there and ask your questions. The three of us participate in there. We give feedback, but more importantly, we want you to give feedback to each other.
Right.
Yes, we have created it, but this is about everyone working together, right? So if you have an idea, put your idea in there and then welcome people to tell you how that could be made better or how you can test it or what you may need to change. And we also have monthly coaching calls.
Yes.
So you can get on the phone with us once a month and we'll talk, and we may have a little presentation to share with you, but it's mostly about answering your questions, giving you feedback on your ideas. You have that support.
Right. You get to bounce ideas off. So you won't have to be the Carol who lets all this stuff roll around in your head and just jumps at the next idea that you have. You get a whole community of supportive women who are in the same space as you, some beyond where you are, who you can just toss it out and say, what does this sound like? You're my ideal audience, and if I was pitching this to you, would you buy it? Would you be interested? Does this messaging sound good to you? This is a forum, it's a safe space for us to share ideas, and that's another reason why it's not on the standard social networks. We want to keep it in a private group, very exclusive to members. And so we've got that engagement not only from the other members, but of course the three of us will be there on a regular basis to answer questions, respond, share comments, and so forth. So you don't have to be like me, stuck in that confused state of lack of confidence and perfectionism where you've got to get it all right. You get the support of some women who say, Anita, just do it.
It's time to go.
Just do something. Don't get stuck in analysis paralysis or just planning mode forever and ever. You never take one step, because I can't even tell you, I don't even know how much business and how much money I missed out on by trying to let everything be perfect before I did anything. So we don't want you to make the mistakes that we made. we want to free you from from some of the issues that women in particular have oftentimes when we are wanting more from life, and looking to start a business or to grow a business or to just expand our gifts beyond the office suite or the cubicle where we work our 9 to 5. We really do want to do more and earn more money from it, but we are stuck for a variety of reasons. And trust me, we've been there. We've got some experts who will come in also from time to time into the group and share some of their experiences, but also some of their insight, because we network with a vast array of experts who are super duper, phenomenal when it comes to all things business development and structure. So we want to make sure you do it right.
Yeah, and we design the activities to keep you moving forward and making progress. Right. So you only get so much time to sit there and analyze it and make it perfect. And then it's time to move on to the next activity.
Right, and it's about results. You need to show yourself. And even whether you have a small core group within the broader group of Entrepreneurs Club Unlimited, you need to show some results. You need to be making some progress. Exactly. That's what this group is all about.
And you don't have to worry about putting out an idea and all the negative Nellies just getting on you and saying, honey, why are you trying to do that? Or you can't make money. Because we are here to support you in what you're trying to do.
Right.
And show you how you can get to the next level with what you want to do and how you can make that goal and say, wow, actually see yourself on top of that mountain instead of looking up at it way up there. We'll help you be level with it, because that, I tell you, the camaraderie of these two women with me, that's what we've done for each other.
Absolutely.
You just would not believe, I've got so many secrets to share with you, but not right now. You would just not believe how much we've helped each other to grow. And that's how this whole thing kind of came about. We wanted to do something to help others, because as women, we always want to help others, but we never know exactly the right way to do it. But this is the exact right way. As Anita said, a safe space. As Candace says, we're going to get on you too. So, and then as I say, we're going to hold you back when we need to and push you forward when you need to be pushed forward.
Yeah. Well, so here's the exciting thing. Entrepreneurs Club Unlimited launches today. We are excited. January 12, 2017 is a launch day for Entrepreneurs Club Unlimited. Of course, we are offering a very, very special introductory rate for those of you who want to join as founding members. And so we want you to go ahead and go to the website that we're showing you on the screen and go ahead and become a member. We want to see you there in Entrepreneurs Club Unlimited, Entrepreneurs Club Unlimited. And we're excited.
Yeah, it's entrepreneursclubunlimited.com, because everybody can't see the screen.
Right.
So people are listening. So entrepreneursclubunlimited.com. And that introductory rate is only available for the launch period. So it's a short period of time, so don't wait. Hopefully you're hearing this or seeing this before that period is over, because this will be available probably after that, but hopefully it hasn't ended yet. Get over to the website and check it out, and I think you'll find that it has a lot of what you need to make the transition that you were trying to make, whether you're trying to earn some side income or eventually work your way out of that 9 to 5.
That's right. Carol mentioned this whole notion of service, right? As women, we want to serve. As women, we want to, and I don't mean that in a lowly kind of way, but we always want to help other people. And we oftentimes do it out of the kindness of our heart. I have advice. People are always asking me for that, and so I just give it freely. I know how to do something or whatever. We want to serve people. We want to make them feel better. We want to embrace them. But what we want to share with you as entrepreneurs and as authorpreneurs is that you should be making some money from your service. They are not mutually exclusive.
Right.
Service and profit are not two separate things. It's not like you can't do both.
Right. Exactly. We still give away lots of free advice. This podcast, for example, is one way that we try to be of service to people, whether they're not ready to buy our programs yet or they don't yet have the budget for it. We try to give, we have a newsletter, we have the podcast, and we offer our free service through those things. But we still have paying clients that allow us to eat every day.
It's all about eating, honey.
Yeah, you have a lifestyle that needs to be supported. And whether that is through your full-time job or through a side business or your full-time business, you need to be getting paid. If you're investing your knowledge, your expertise, and your time to serve other people or to do something, you need to get paid for it. And we're not saying ripping people off. We're not saying that you can't also provide your advice and your services for free in some aspect, because as Candace said, we do that ourselves. But for the bulk of what you do, when you value what you bring to the table and you place a dollar value on it, other people will still be more than happy to utilize your services, because they'll see the value that you place on it.
Yeah, I found that I actually help more people since I started charging for my service.
Yeah.
I reach more people. For one thing, people will respect that you know what you're talking about. Because if I say to people, well, hey, let me edit your book, girl, don't worry about it. You don't even have to pay me. They have to wonder what kind of service they're going to get.
How much quality am I getting?
Right. First of all, that you have time. Obviously, nobody else is booking you. That you have time to work on my book for free. But when you are putting a dollar value amount next to your products or services, what you're telling the world is, I respect my own knowledge and expertise, and I expect you to respect it too.
Exactly.
Yeah, we talk about that. We'll talk about that in the community in terms of pricing your services,
How to start doing
how to start it, why we don't charge as much as we should.
often. Not we.
Oh, no, not we. We're so over that. So that's why we're going to be able to
so over that. She will not let you get away with not charging what you deserve.
We will be able to share with you some of the strategies.
We've been there.
That that we have issues we've overcome when it comes to pricing.
Because we have all been there. We didn't know what to charge when we first started out, and we charged this and like.
Some people got a lot of good work from me at a very, very low price, and good for them. I appreciated that they trusted me with their work.
We had to learn.
But we had to learn, you know. And I wish I had had someone to walk me through that earlier to help me establish what is a reasonable rate, what is the dollar value I should assign, because I was really just kind of making it up as I went along. And of course, I was making it up as too low a number because I was afraid. I didn't have the confidence to charge what it was worth.
See? Told you. So, but we'll get more deeply into that. Oh boy, you guys are going to get some information. We're going to be talking about confidence. We're going to be talking about gaining clarity. How to do that. It's not just one day you wake up and you're clear about what you should do, who you are, who you serve, all of that stuff. It is a process, and we will take our members through that process. You don't just wake up one day and you understand how to manage your time.
No.
Right? I've been there again not so long ago where I was working a full-time job, doing my business on the side, you know, living my life, family, volunteer, all of that kind of stuff. How do you manage all of that? How do you do it well? I don't know. But we'll share, right? You may not know, but trust me, we remember what it was like.
We do. Yes.
And we can share strategies that we have used. And of course, we're going to be building on the information that our other members will share. So, AuthorpreneursClubUnlimited.com.
Go there now.
Go ahead and just become a founding member. There's some other benefits to being a founding member. You'll find out about that on the website. Of course, as a founding member, one of the greatest benefits is that you'll get in at our very low introductory rate. And guess what? That rate never increases. As you come in as a founding member, that rate will never go up for as long as you are a member of Authorpreneurs Club Unlimited. So go there, AuthorpreneursClubUnlimited.com, and join us. We're looking for you.
I can't wait. I'm excited.
None of us can wait to see you get in there. So we're so excited to present this to you. Thank you for just giving us this space to be able to do this, because we know we're going to be able to do great things with you. So we're excited. AuthorpreneursClubUnlimited.com. Go there right now.